Our crossing into Georgia was really smooth, and we were made to feel so welcome from the very beginning of our entry. Our first night was going to be in a hotel in Kazbegi, where again we were given another warm welcome from the owner, who even gave us a little bottle of his homemade wine when we checked in. A fabulous start to a new country. We had an afternoon exploring the village, enjoying the ambience and of course the good food, and we immediately felt that we were going to enjoy our time in this country of Georgia. We only stayed for one night, and the next day we were heading to the capital, Tbilisi. But we did have one important stop-off, a church on a hill, Gergeti Trinity Church. Its isolated location on top of a steep mountain, surrounded by the vastness of nature, has made it a symbol for Georgia. Well, hello and welcome to Georgia. We're in Georgia. We arrived yesterday. We crossed the border. It's not far away from here. We're in Kazbegi, a lovely, lovely little town, growing. Stayed in a fabulous accommodation, and now we've come up this morning to see the church and the views. But we're glad to be in Georgia. Russia was fine. We had a few stops, police stops, army stops, scanning. We got through 3 days. We had a visa up until the 1st, and we were stamped out on the 1st. So Russia visited, but only for 3 days. Very quick transit. But now we're in Georgia, and it's just been the most beautiful start. We arrived, we chilled, we ate, we took in the view. Oh, and we're glad we're here. As you can see from the drone footage, this area is extremely popular with hikers. There are a huge number of paths which take you to many peaks in this picturesque area. Our climb, though, was just the top of the church, where we meandered and stood in awe of the beauty around us and looking down on the village, and we could spot where we stayed. From the 3-day transit through Russia, we were extremely happy to be in the mountains of Georgia, breathing in the clean air of this wonderful country. To Tbilisi is a picturesque journey along the Georgian military highway. It offers stunning views of the mountains, lush valleys and historical sites. We didn't actually make any stops en route as we were heading to the capital, and for Mike and I, we were planning to cross Turkey in a week's time, so time was precious. We did love Tbilisi, but we loved it for ourselves, unfortunately. No filming. It was just a chance for us to explore, enjoy the culture, and say our goodbyes to Julia and Len. from Bagrati Cathedral. Mike and I are in Kutaisi. We've driven up from Tbilisi today and we've come to this amazing cathedral. This cathedral was built in the 11th century in the period of King Bagrati, hence the name Bagrati Cathedral. But it's now actually owned by the Orthodox Church, and they took over, I think it was 2001. But the story behind this, it was built, like I said, in the 11th century. It's gone through a lot of damage over the years, and walking around you'll see that they've tried to restore it and they've worked hard. There's still services going on. There's monks that are here. They're the clergy of the church. They perform weddings. This is a really popular place for weddings. We've had a wander inside, so it's fully functional and still working cathedral, but under the name of a church, like I said. So what happened, since 1950 they've been trying to reconstruct it, and they've been doing their best, and UNESCO put it actually under endangered site, and it, you know, Georgia, you need to do some work on this. But they weren't too happy with how it happened, and from what I've read, they've said, you know, you're not under UNESCO anymore, you haven't restored it accurately and to our standard, which is a shame that it's not actually protected anymore, but it is beautiful. There are people around in traditional costume. Somewhere, as we arrived, a man was playing a ukulele, but it's got a tranquil feel to it. And then you've got an amazing view of Kutaisi itself. We enjoyed a delicious lunch in a local restaurant after exploring the picturesque village of Kutaisi, and we started to make our way to Prometheus Cave, which promised to be a mesmerising underground world known for its unique geological formations. Well, hello. So we are just outside Kutaisi and we are going to the Prometheus Cave. It sounds really interesting and exciting. I'm looking forward to it. It's not that far. It's about 1.8 kilometres long. They say it's 40 metres deep. I think it's deeper in some parts. Now, there are 22 halls, but only 6 visitors are allowed to see. And I think you get a guide that shows you around. So we're really looking forward to it. It's meant to be a natural monument. So, yeah, sounds special and intriguing. So let's see what it's all about. It's amazing. It was superb. We loved it. It's about an hour walk with a guide. You have a guide with you who takes you through, I think it was about 6 halls. There are 22 halls altogether, but there are only 6 open to the public. In total, it's about 1.8 kilometres, 40 metres below sea level. Well, we went down deeper than that, but I tell you what, the video footage is just amazing. We loved it. It was a real, natural monument. Mike and I loved the journey through the cave, and now we were heading to look for our first camp spot in Georgia. Overlander had yet again given us some promising places where we could spend the night. Fingers crossed, and we would have the perfect spot yet again.
Well, we've made it to our first camp spot in Georgia.
Wow.
And what a view, huh? Absolutely spectacular. It's just north of Kutaisi, around about 14 kilometers north of Kutaisi. We had a lovely day. We had a drive from Tbilisi heading west, getting closer to the UK all the time, and we popped to have a little look at the cathedral in Kutaisi, which
and it was a massive wedding.
We got caught up in a wedding in lots of ways, the traffic particularly. And then we headed to Prometheus Cave, just outside, and that was sensational.
Amazing, phenomenal. I didn't know what to expect, but we have seen some caves, but that's up there with caves, I can tell you.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of spectacular caves, but some of the caverns, the stalactites, are just sensational.
Amazing.
But that's where we are.
And it's just us. We have left Len and Julia this morning. Oh my word. It's weird because we're driving along. There's no Toyota in front of us. We're not on the radio.
Very weird.
Touching base with people. We turned up and there's no card game.
I zipped the chairs and put the chairs out to the side by the car, and I thought, right, where's the back chairs? Because Len and Julia, we're missing your black chairs already.
Already, I'm sure we'll get used to the pattern, but at the moment, it was hard today. It was hard today. We're already messaging and keeping in touch.
Yeah, by the time you watch this one, there has been a lot more videos out, but today we're feeling it.
Yeah, we are feeling it. We are, definitely. But they have met up with Dutch friends, haven't they? Klaus and Willie. So they're probably having a ball tonight. But we're going to do a few chores, I think, aren't we? And just enjoy this view tonight.
Yeah, and heading for about 4.5, 5 hour drive tomorrow to Mestia. And the views are supposed to be spectacular. So hopefully we'll see something special there. But this is where we start to explore this little bit of Georgia that we've never been to. So it should be great.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah.